the personal legend. Dawn gilds the hills as Santiago rests beneath the old sycamore. He clutches 2 worn pages, their edges softened by journeys. The flock drifts like moving clouds across the shining field. Sleep steals over him. The pages loosen in his fingers. Between breath and breeze, dream gathers behind his eyes. Starlight unveils pyramids rising from a sea of whispering sand. A glint beckons. A half-buried chest casts a secret gleam. Sand rises as hands, tugging him back from his desire. The pyramids ripple, dissolving into drifting dunes and haze. A child's laughter trails off. The night folds into silence. Sunlit stalls frame Santiago trading cheese for stories and smiles. He steps aside to study a newspaper scrap, brow furrowed. A ship illustration tugs at him like a distant call. He flips a coin, caught between fear and horizon light. White sails shimmer far off, like birds skimming the world's edge. Santiago eats in silence as a figure settles at the bench's end. The old man's cloak parts, hinting at a tarnished breastplate. He speaks of personal legend. Santiago's brows knit with doubt. Between them, bread and wine become tokens of a choice. A quiet nod passes like a bell no one else can hear. Gulls wheel as the harbor glows. A farewell gathers weight. 2 stones pass from the king's palm to the shepherd's fate. Santiago looks back. 2 sheep nuzzle, unaware of goodbye. A burly buyer counts coins. The flock changes hands. He turns toward the ship, the stones warm in his grasp. Santiago steps into the bazaar, dazzled by colors, scents, and new words. A young thief smiles warmly and gestures, offering to help him find a guide. They weave through alleys, as Santiago tries to keep up and keep his money safe. A sudden jostle, Santiago stumbles, the pouch slips from his grasp. The thief snatches the pouch and dissolves into the crowd, before Santiago can shout. At twilight, Santiago enters a dim crystal shop, dusty and hungry. The crystal merchant studies him, wary yet moved by the boy's resolve. Santiago begins to clean, each circle of cloth revealing hidden brilliance. The merchant watches as light gathers and the shop subtly brightens. Morning light spills over the white city as they share mint tea. Santiago suggests a street display and serving tea in crystal. The merchant hesitates, his reflection fractured in a lifted crystal plate. Reluctantly, he nods. The decision brightens both their faces. Sunlight spears through the doorway onto the polished display. Santiago pours mint tea into crystal. The customers gasp at the sparkle. The merchant rearranges the window, drawing more eyes from the street. Coins clink, hope returns as the till fills and laughter softens the room. At dawn, camels kneel among crates as drums call travelers to gather. An Englishman bumps him. Apologies tangle with shy curiosity. They share names, drums sound the call to depart. Handlers form the caravan line. Santiago looks ahead, decision firm. A caravan snakes beneath a vault of stars as silence blankets the dunes. The Englishman reads by lantern glow, pages trembling in the desert air. Santiago listens between dunes, sensing a rhythm older than words. Books and breath share a saddle, as paths and purposes begin to align. The caravan dwindles to sparks, as the desert breath becomes audible within. An emerald ring of palms cradles bright pools in the heart of sand. Santiago kneels to drink, the water cool as morning glass. Across the pool, a woman approaches with a jar and a steady gaze. Their paths cross, shadows touch, and part like threads pulled taut. He turns after her, hope rising like water drawn from a deep well.